that's why I keep doing it.
And another part of you, which I think is really important, is your diet. So you're a vegan, right?
Yes.
So I think we were before talking about this documentary on Netflix called Game Changers.
Game Changer, yeah.
It's about
Fantastic, by
elite
the way.
athletes
Yeah.
who are vegan.
Yeah.
So when did you become vegan, or have you
4
always
years
been
ago.
vegan? Okay.
4 years ago.
But is that from a full meat-based diet, or was this a process?
I literally from eating meat, eating everything you can imagine.
So you mentioned that you're originally from West Africa.
West Africa. Oh,
So what is a diet that
a lot of meat
From Mali.
Yeah, but when
It's
we
on
eat
the
our-
coast, though.
yeah.
So seafood or no?
We're actually landlocked. We used to be the same country with Senegal. So
Senegal, right,
got
so-
the water, and then we're
so
landlocked.
I
We have
see.
the Niger River, but it's not the ocean.
Right.
Right.
But with Mali too, we have a lot of legumes and fresh fruits, vegetables.
Sure.
But we eat a lot of meat. In fact, this is like really crazy. I've actually held a sheep as is getting slaughtered. We pray over it. I've held the legs. And I ate meat literally every day, pretty much.
Wow.
When I went back to Mali, everybody's looking at me. Are you crazy? How are you gonna survive doing this? But I went vegan 4 years ago, and it was a selfish reason.
Okay.
I didn't have any health problem. I watched a documentary, Forks Over Knives.
I've
Yeah,
seen that
sure,
too.
sure.
Within 10 minutes or 20 minutes, I'm looking at my ground like
You can't.
my jaw drop. I'm like,
Right.
It's
She
funny
goes,
how
"Are
they
you
can change
okay?"
your life. Yeah.
I'm like, I'm okay, but I'm just scared as hell because I don't know what I'm gonna eat tomorrow. But I know it's not gonna be anything that comes from animal.
Wow.
And she goes, "Don't worry, I got you." She was vegetarian at
Okay.
that point. Yeah.
Right. So, but you went from eating meat,
I went literally cold
to
turkey.
vegan, not even vegetarian,
No,
or like
cold
me.
turkey.
I'm
I
at the
was
point where I'm
convinced.
pescatarian.
Yeah.
But I come from a background where I didn't even eat it because culturally, from India, we don't eat beef and other
Yeah.
things. So, being Hindu, so. And I slowly got rid of like the other things like chicken and turkey.
Yeah.
But how did you go straight from skip to a
Because when
vegetarian
you're mine,
and go
when
to
you,
vegan?
I always tell people when you want something bad enough, you'll find a way, even if
Sure.
you struggle.
Of course, yeah.
So it hit me, and I tell people, don't try to do what I do. Everybody's different. If you have to, like you said, you're easing your way.
Yes.
It's gonna last longer. If you try to jump to the deep end, you might not survive. You might not last long. You might go back to your old habit. So mine was more of like it hit me a switch, and then I just went vegan immediately, and I went into a soccer season.
Okay.
And it was the best decision I've ever made in my life.
You notice a change in your performance.
The only regret I have, I didn't do it sooner
Sooner,
because
right.
the energy I was getting, I
Right.
don't care if it was mental or not, but the fact that I didn't even like, I would get kicked out of practice by my coach. He can attest to this, and I'll find the coach. He would say, "Hellah, what are you doing?" And I would play 90 minutes, and then the players who didn't play 90 minutes, they get to practice longer. I would jump in with him. He would kick me off the field. And then I went to some of my teammates in the locker room after a 90-minute game, and I said, "You know the saying they say that if you don't feel tired at the end of the game, you didn't give it all out of the field."
Right.
I was like, to be honest, I can play another game right now.
Wow.
It's not that I
This
didn't
is
give my
soccer.
all. Soccer. We're talking about like 120 yards. You're going up and down. I'm
Sure.
playing
It's
left
a
wing.
big field,
So
yeah.
I'm literally running up and down a lot. And I told him, I said, it's not because I didn't give my all. It's just I have this energy that I can't explain. And it was, you can feel your body. And I started like leaning up. I was more agile. My recovery process was crazy. I didn't even, and people started seeing this. My teammates were coming to me. I was making
what
them
are you
watch
doing?
Forks Over
Right,
Knives.
right.
What convinced
that might
me,
be because
and
some of the benefits
the
is decreased,
changes,
decreased inflammation.
Yeah.
So
All the processed foods.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the processed foods, etc. So you're eating whole plant-based
Yeah,
foods
food,
now.
yeah. Mhm.
Less processed foods, less salt,
Yes.
less preservatives.
Yes.
And so there's a lot of studies that have shown
Yeah.
the recovery time is much
quicker. Yeah,
Yeah.
It is. And I usually don't get sick. I told you this is even becoming vegan, so I can't give all credit to veganism.
Mm-hmm.
But after even becoming vegan, that went to another place. Like you could have, I've been around my girlfriend. She had flu, literally miserable.
Yeah.
I'd be around her. I would do everything, whatever. I don't get anything.
Wow.
And everybody's running away left to
Well,
right.
we know
And
nutrition,
it's-
sleep, exercise
all of
boost
that.
your immunity.
It helps me out a lot.
Sure, good.
And then headache, I can count the amount of time I get headache in a year. And when I have the headache, I'll just go exercise and then start going away. I'm very lucky with that.
Right.
I don't think everybody has that. Some people, it gets worse because the pounding, you feel like your brain is jumping in your head.
I do get that if I
But-
don't drink coffee in the morning.
You
Do you
don't
drink
drink
coffee at least or no?
I started
Need to have
doing
some
it. It's a
stimulant.
bad habit.
Come
You wanna know
on.
why I did it? Because I love the coconut milk, almond milk, and sugar. And I like the smell of coffee, but the taste is awful to me.
Really?
But, yeah.
That's my
so I'm
thing.
like, I like smoothies. I like milkshake. So I had this iced latte, and I'm like, oh, this is so creamy.
Right,
It was more for that than the
More
coffee
for that
itself.
than the coffee
Yeah.
itself.
So,
All right, I hear you.
Yeah, that just happened not too long ago.
And where were you playing soccer?
So I got to. This is what happened to me. And out of college, Sporting Kansas City went to see a player in BC. I went to UMass Amherst.
Oh.
His name was I believe Charlie Rugg.
Okay.
So I was a left winger. My coach said, "Hell, I need you on defense because there's this guy. He scored 26 goals for BC, ACC Player of the Year, or whatever. you need to lock him down. You got some pace. He has pace.
Right.
So they put me at left back. That was the first time I played defense.
Defense, right?
And I was locking this kid up. So Sporting Kansas City came to watch him, but they emailed me. We
they
came to
found
see
you.
this guy. We like what you're doing. Are you a left winger? Because we need a left winger. So I said, in fact, I'm a left winger. So perfect. I was just playing defense on that day.
Wow.
So immediately they started reaching out to my college coach. We want to draft Hellah. But again, the draft thing happened. I wasn't a U.S. citizen, which I am now.
Okay.
So thank you. I'm so grateful being a U.S. citizen. That happened a couple
Thanks.
days ago, guys. Last Thursday. Became
Oh,
a
congratulations.
citizen of the United States,
Wow.
which is awesome.
Well done,
And
very well.
This is a great country for opportunities, and I'm blessed to say that I'm a citizen. But
I love that. That's fantastic.
There was some hiccups in that area.
Yeah.
We want to draft you. We can only have 8 international players. The international player, the coach even told me, the international players is the one who can sell jersey, who can sell tickets.
Right.
If you're a rookie coming in, we have to kind of whatever you. So I went to a combine and everything. I was supposed to get.
Oh,
picked
the
in
combine. Okay, right.
Yeah, we had a combine in Florida, supplementary draft.
So I always think about like the NFL combine.
Yeah, we did a combine.
But what kind of events are you doing? You know?
We do training sessions. We play games, and then I was selected out of 300 or 400 players. I was selected one of 42 to play against the U.S. youth national team. So that was a lot, and then there was a lot of good players at that.
Sure.
And Seattle Sounders had an affiliate called Kitsap Puma, and then I had the coach from there. So Sporting Kansas City, I was literally waiting on the phone for the draft pick. Super Draft was on TV. Supplementary, they'll just give you a phone call.
Right.
And then waiting on it, and the whole visa situation was the problem.
Right.
And then I had a visa where it's a 2-year sanction. So that means after you're done college, you got to go home for 2 years at least before you can re-enter the United States.
Is that what happened then?
I got that to be waived.
All
That was
good.
an issue.
Understood,
But I
yeah.
still, so a coach of mine went to Sporting Kansas City, and they're like, you know what? I'm gonna take Hellah in. Give me a year. I'm gonna develop and get him ready for you guys.
Okay,
and that was a
right.
professional team too in Seattle.
Okay.
So I signed my first professional contract with them, literally, and it was the best feeling ever. Like I
Wow.
got to play professionally. My first start, I missed my graduation for it. It was against the Vancouver Whitecaps in Canada. And I got my first assist also as well, which was really
Wow,
exciting.
wow.
I remember
That made up
everything.
from the
Yeah,
missing graduation.
graduation.
Ah,
Yeah,
that's
it
right.
made up for it. I think it was worth it. And then after that, I went into preseason with Kansas City in 2014, and it was just back and forth kind of game. I had the opportunity to play overseas in Germany, Liga 2. I had opportunity to play in Russia. Every time I went to apply for a visa, denied. Because they said, well, if you go there, if your contract is over, and you're not going to go back to Africa, the chances are you're going to be an immigrant there and whatever
Right,
issue.
so do it all
Yeah,
over
so
again,
I'm
yeah.
like comfortable sharing this because this is the reality of
Right.
No,
what-
understood.
as an
unfortunate.
That's,
immigrant, yeah.
This is interesting. This is the decisions that people
Yeah.
make every day.
Yeah.
Right, so
And I was hurt. I had a team, New York Force. It didn't go, it folded, owned by Manchester City. And they housed me in New York. We were ready for a full season. We had scrimmages and stuff. But it got to a point, I got to play professionally. Last season I played was in Oklahoma City. And the first team was like signing me and all that stuff. They wanted me there. They took me with preseason at IMG Academy. But I got to a point where like I was happy internally
Yeah.
with the whole soccer stuff when I finished my last season in 2016.
Okay.
But that's the excuses I was making. There were so many things that was out of my control.
Got it.
I couldn't control immigration. I was here legally. I was doing
Yeah.
the right stuff.
Right.
yes.
But you have to go by
So many
the
other
book.
things. Yeah.
So it's like you can't get an employer. No one's trying to sponsor. Or if
Yeah.
they're sponsored, there's a lot of roadblock. You got to waive this first. Otherwise, the sponsorship won't work. Even to a point, my mother actually won the green card lottery for us in 2006. The U.S. youth national team was chasing me at that point. I actually got invited to go to Florida. The Josie Altadors. I was supposed to be in camp with them.
Okay.
They were playing Colombia. I have all the email. When everybody say I got proof, I'm gonna
Proof,
pull up
right,
this
right,
email.
right.
But
You don't have to show us your emails. We believe. you.
yeah,
Don't worry.
we
Yeah, we believe the guy who
all that
won
got
1,000 days.
deteriorated
of
because
That's
of the citizenship problem.
Right.
But the reason we didn't get citizenship there when she won the lottery, she was on a J2 visa also. When you're a J2 visa, you cannot. Even though we hire lawyers. they
Also
say you-
J2. I've heard J1, but J2.
Yeah, J1 is awesome. F1 is awesome too. You want to be in that, but
We know a lot of J1s because of
Yeah.
the
Doing
residency.
Doing medicine,
and
Yeah.
so the
medicine
idea is
and
that you
stuff.
can stay
Yeah.
and then
And work.
eventually get permanent
Yeah.
residency if
Yeah.
you serve in an undeserved
Yeah.
area, right?
So that was all. That dream was crushed, and I used to get really frustrated.
Yeah.
I was always a happy person because when you go to Africa, even when I go back 2 years ago, I was there. You see people, there's so much poverty, but they're so happy.
Right, right.
They don't see the bad side. They just see that we get to eat and we have family.
Right.
Right.
And I was the same way
Yeah.
till this stuff was happening. So little things will tick me off that I never used to.
Wow.
And I just said to myself one day, Hellah, stop making excuses. Because there are a bunch of excuses, even if they're
Of
valid,
course.
they're excuses. What can you do right now for yourself
Right, right.
that you're in control of? You can smile.
Right.
So some people have it way worse than you. I don't care how much bad I had it. I was like I always even tell my girlfriend, my sister and brother, my best friends in Africa would do anything to be in my situation in the United States right now. So what is your excuse?
Right.
And then that got me to literally one day say, you know what, enough of it.
Right.
Do something for yourself. And then this
That's
opportunity
amazing. You
came
turned that
onto
into
you guys.
what
Oh,
you
you know,
do
I mean,
now.
I'm gonna have to get political for a second. When you say America's built on immigrants, I mean, this is the American dream, and this is what makes, at least in some ways, America hopefully continues to be great. Is because people like you, man. This is it.
Thank
You know.
you.
I'm sure you love your African roots, but
Yeah.
to have the combination of both and say
Yeah.
your citizens, how proud you are. I mean, that's fantastic.
And I always tell people, this is nothing that against Mali, my country.
Sure.
I said I'd rather be dirt poor in the United States than the wealthiest, a king in Mali. Because one thing about America, there's hope.
Right.
There's dream. Even because you have that in the back of your head. When you're thinking about hope, you can say, I can be a billionaire. There's
Right.
that hope.
Right.
I can have my own business. There's that hope. And I know that one day when that hope becomes a reality, I can help my people back home.
Sure.
Uh,
That's amazing.
So I always say, I'd rather be poor here because I'll find a way.
Yeah.
Now,
And there's that hope. There's that opportunity for me to
I
find
have
a
to
way.
ask. I mean, are things changing there? I know, like for instance, Nigeria has exploded the economy because of
Yeah.
oil and natural gas resources.
Mali's been tough.
Mali's been tough.
Yeah, we have war going on in the north.
Because Senegal, I know, is relatively stable. Is
Yeah,
that correct?
yeah. Mali, the north
Mali still
is. There's always some attack in the north. Happens a lot. We have the U.S. troops that went out there to help Germany, France.
I believe UN was there for
UN
some
was
time.
there too.
Right.
Even when I was in Mali in 2018 for my sister's wedding, I saw, as soon as I landed at the airport, I see Spanish troops militant, and I'm like, this is really weird to see that, because I never thought this would be my country, and this is in the capital to keep it safe. But they're coming further from north to the south. That's where like most people live. So there's a lot of attack. There's like attack against my ethnicity actually, Fulani.
So
Attacks
these
against
are
religion.
civil wars against different tribes, different ethnicities.
It's a lot of like.
So it's not religious grounds; is it ethnic grounds?
It's religious too, and ethnicity. So Fulanis are targeted. I don't know the exact reason, so I can't say much about it.
No, sure.
And then also, like people, if you're not, the country is Muslim, 95%, and 4% Christian, 1% atheist. But my childhood, I never knew the difference,
Right.
Because we loved each other.
Yes,
My mom's
yes.
best friend was Christian. We celebrated Christmas with her.
So you celebrate their holiday, they celebrate yours. You
but
see, right? I love
these
that's
people
wonderful.
that are up there that are doing this stuff.
Right.
Are they more
if they're
militant-esque and very strict?
strict.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
If you do anything religion-wise, like if they see that you're going outside of the Sharia, which
Sure,
is the law
yes,
of Islam,
Islam, right?
Extremists.
you are in trouble.
Yeah.
They've done stuff that are really sad. So we've had a problem in Mali, and hopefully it gets better.
Yeah, we pray for the people
Yeah.
there.
So,
But back to the vegan part, because
Yeah.
I'm really interested
Yeah.
in that. Like, are there special foods that you
That I
eat
like?
on a daily basis? Because you probably burn a lot of calories.
I eat
day.
a lot. The day I went to run 50 miles, I burned 7,000 total calories, 5,000 active.
Sure.
And it was a bad idea. I only ate like around 1,200 calories, so I was feeling weak at mile 40. But I never repeated that because I want to run a marathon every day
Right.
for 7 days. So I did 183
Incredible.
miles in 7 days, and I was eating more, and I felt amazing.
But are you eating
the
like for
food-
instance they say like are you eating every hour, every half an hour, every couple of miles?
Like sometimes I eat like a bunch of big meals
Okay.
instead of small one. But if it's food is in front of me, I'm eating it.
You're eating it.
I love food. I eat oatmeal.
Wow.
I eat bagels. I
Sure.
eat bagels and vegan cream cheese.
So
bagels are
complex
vegan.
carbohydrate. Can I actually
Well,
when
the-
I run? Go ahead.
The calorie thing is a big deal.
Yeah.
7,000 calories. So you mentioned carbs. So
Yeah.
calories are what? Proteins, fat, and carbs.
Yeah.
Right. So
Right.
you probably carb load before you run, or
I run fasted.
okay.
When I wake up, I drink a sip of water, I go to the bathroom, I change my running clothes, I go.
And
It
run.
doesn't faze me. It doesn't do anything to me. In fact, if I eat, I feel heavy in a weird way.
Sure.
Not as heavy as I used to be when I was eating heavier meal with meat and stuff. But I like to eat after. But if I do eat all week, like an hour or two.
But if you're
to go.
if you're going that long,
Yeah.
I mean, like for instance, I do a lot of half marathons
Yeah.
and like trail half marathons. Usually they'll say every 45 minutes take
The gel.
like a gel
Yeah,
or a goo.
I did that in a marathon,
So I
yeah.
usually do that non-caffeinated. I made the mistake of taking a caffeinated gel once. Something called trots. Have you heard of
Gel?
trots?
Ooh.
You don't want to know about it.
I
You-
tested
don't-
it out before I did the race.
That's
Once
bad.
I tested
You want to make sure not caffeinated.
that messed me up that day. I was out
Yes.
for 10 miles. I'm like, jittered. I'm like,
I had
what
to
is
get
going
quite a
on?
few stops along the way. But
So trots like
ex-
mud butt.
Well, if you want to know,
well, not
when you're
like that.
running,
That
you're
didn't happen
when
to
you're
me.
running, you're
That
shunting
didn't
blood
happen
to
to
your
me.
legs. So osmotic pressure, whatever's in your colon,
Oh, God, here we
you
go.
know, it's osmotic pressure.
Oh,
you get
his
water.
is
Yeah.
real
So
osmotic
there
pressure.
is a physiological reason. No,
Yeah,
all right.
but
So
go ahead.
we'll
Yeah.
spare everyone in case they're just eating lunch and
Yeah.
listening to this. But So what would you recommend? Is goo okay? Like if on the something you can keep in a pack?
Yeah, you can bring.
Keep in your,
sometimes I'll do that if I feel like I need to, but I don't bring food with me. I will have to when I'm running across the country.
Sure.